I'm going to quickly show you how to print your own padded mailers. Now there's two ways of doing this. The first way is you can simply add to cart, check out as normal. We'll pick up the fact that you've ordered personalised envelopes. We'll get in touch with you to get your artwork from you, then give you a quote on lead time and any additional cost, if any. The fastest and quickest way though would be to use our very simple tool, and this is a lot easier, a lot quicker. We'll get the order the same day, and there's a good chance we can get them printed the same day and out to you for delivery the next day. We are a UK company, so we can offer next day delivery, but please do call us and check if you do want next day delivery before you request that at checkout, just to check that we do have availability. Okay, so I've got a couple of options here. Choose the quantity. Before you do use the tool, just choose the options that you need. So that's both the quantity and also choose whether you want it the front side, the reverse side, or print on both sides. So on this one, I'm going to print both sides. Okay, you'll get this little window pop up, which is our personalisation tool. So there's two options on here. Scroll down, you'll see we've got a front side option and we have a reverse side option. So if I click on this absolute centre, now that shows us the entire area that we can print onto, and if you hover over this little red question mark, you'll notice there's some measurements that we can print onto. If you're quite handy at using external software, this is quite useful, so you can get your artwork set in any way, any format, and you can print onto here. If you upload a PNG, you can remove the background, which allows you to do pretty much anything anywhere in that area. To make it easy for you, we've also given you some preset areas here. So we've got sort of top left, top center, top right, and so on and so forth. And the same is for the reverse side. You can, again, if we click on absolute center, it shows you the print area on the reverse side, slightly smaller to allow for a better print on the back of the padded mailer. The same applies, top left, top right, top center. Now if you choose absolute center, you can print in any orientation in any way you want to on that using some external software, or get someone to do it for you, or we could do it for you if you're not familiar with that. If you're ready to go, you got your artwork ready, we'll go ahead and we'll upload some artworks to this one. So I want to go ahead and choose the absolute center and choose this sample file here. So you'll notice it's slightly too big. I've cut the top and bottom off, so I want to just reduce it very slightly. There we go, and now that's ready to go. I could, if I want to, choose it to print in a portrait orientation, so I'll reduce that, and we can go right back down, so you can have the absolute center of that document if you wanted to. So I'm going to zoom back in. In fact, I'll whiz it round just because I can get it in a landscape format. Zoom out. We're good to go. When you finish, you're happy, click on save. Remember to click save because you cannot proceed without it. Okay, so we're now going to move on to the second side, which is the reverse side. So this time I'm going to choose the bottom right of the reverse, and on here I'm going to upload a little file to show off our Trustpilot status, which is currently at 5 stars. Okay, so I'm going to reduce that down to fit in that box nicely. I'm happy with that, so remember again to click that green icon to go save. Alright, once you've finished, you can just add to cart. Remember to click save, and also remember to agree to the terms and conditions on there. Good, so you can increase the volume you want to. You can also continue shopping. We do other things as well, such as printing onto plenty of postal boxes, book mailers and padded mailers as you're ordering on this occasion. So proceed to checkout. When you get to checkout, you'll notice there's a few files, and this is a place where you can check to make sure that we're going to print what you want. The top two files here are the files that you've sent us to print onto either side, and the bottom two files are a version of what you want it to look like. So if you click on one, you'll notice it will download the image. I've got that downloaded onto a different screen, so I'm going to drag that across, as you can see here, and there it will show me the padded mailer and what you want it to look like, or what you've asked us for it to look like. So we've got an idea. We'll set the artwork, we'll get it ready, for a printed sample. Once we're ready to go, we can arrange a Zoom call for you, and that can show you printing, as you can see there. It is a very handy tool to watch, to see it being printed, and so it gives you that peace of mind that you're happy with the orientation, happy with the print, and you're ready to go. Okay. I'm going to quickly go on to show you how to use a bit of external software to make this easy for yourself. Now, I've got a few samples here as to that print area that we showed earlier. Now, if you may want to do a logo that goes all the way across, as you can see here, and then a second logo placed elsewhere here. If you've got a bit of software like this, I'm using Photoshop here, you can remove the background and we can pretty much do what we want in that space that we've allowed. So on this particular product here, on this artwork, I'm going to do it very differently to one I've shown you a short while ago. And if I just go back and quite simply do it slightly differently. Now this time I am going to do an absolute center. I'm going to choose a different file, which is the one I've just created, as you saw there. Now you can see here, I'll reduce it very slightly. This is where now I can now have two logos on there in different places. You can also make use of this. You can also make use of an entire sort of line if you wanted to. What I'm going to do here is I'll just remove and show you that in action. You could choose to print it portrait, but put a message there, and you could put a message to say it's fragile or do not bend, and so on and so forth. So if I save that, now remember the file formats need to be a PDF, a PNG, which I will do here. And if I save that, that was one I've already done. Okay, so I'll go back to my file, and this time I am going to scrap that, and I'm going to start again. Choose a file. Only this time I've got a bit of demo text. Open that. Now here you can see I've perfectly lined it up to do a bit of portrait text, and that's because I uploaded a PNG and it's ready to go as a message. You can do it full color. You could have a long thin landscape logo. And you can do it in any orientation you wanted to. I could actually turn this around if I wanted to and put it in a landscape format. And you can see I've done that because the height of my file is not quite the same as the portrait of the artwork here. If I drag my box down, the area that I've got available to print, you'll see it appear there. I'm happy with that, and we're going to go ahead and save. Good. Okay, just one last final point on this artwork. You do need to get rid of the background, and there's a number of ways you can do this. Again, I'm using Photoshop here, very simple background removal tool. And you see it again, it's slightly more complex, just removing the white background. And if you save it as a PNG, upload it, you'll get a good visualization as to what your product's going to look like when you send it through to us. Okay, I hope this has been useful to you. Any questions, please feel free to call us on 01543 572 776 or email us at info@parcelsend.uk. Thank you very much.